Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be taking another look at Paranormasight, Seven Mysteries of Honjo. So we've had some endings so far in the last couple of episodes. I think it's 5 possible endings we've had. I actually looked into it because I was interested to see, how many more there was to do, and there's actually 6 endings. So we've got one that we haven't seen, and it's what is called, or what I saw is referred to as the secret true ending. So all that we've had so far are endings, but not necessarily canon endings. But to unlock this one, it's a little bit unusual. We've got to go all the way back to this episode as Shogo, Kinshibori Park, Part 3. Apparently there's something very specific, or a very specific sequence here that we need to do. So I'm going to play this again. And see if we can do it. If I mess it up somehow, then I'll pause and get back to the right place. Huh? Oh, good, you're awake. Well, what? Are you okay? You were so rattled and confused, I thought you'd really lost it. Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are your humours off balance? Wait, what did you say? I think I've heard that before. You're the one who said it earlier. Oh, right, that might have been it. My humours are off balance. Now, in the comments, someone noted that humours are an ancient and long discredited medical thing. I think it originates in ancient Greece. They theorised there were 4 humours in the human body, and when people got ill, these humours were out of balance in some way. Knowing what I know, I don't... I think I speculated with the commenter that this may have been a joke between them. But remember, this originated with Yoko, and knowing what I know about the secret true ending... Well, actually, I don't need to skirt around it. We found in the last episode, she's the mastermind. She's the one who is probably possessed by this Shino Onmyojo that we had mentioned from a couple of 100 years ago. So I don't think that's accidental. I think that's this sort of centuries-old spirit leeching into her mind. So I think it's a very intentional clue on the part of the developers that I don't think seeing it without the benefit of hindsight you'd get that, but certainly with hindsight you can see that's a clue that something was going on with her. So there we go. What, back there? You ended up like that because of your humours? Yeah, I've heard that at this age your humours being even a little off can be fatal. I think he thinks he's being cute and charming, but I think, as I said, I think it's probably, for Shino, that may have been, advanced medical knowledge at the time. I'm glad you're back to normal now. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble. But I really don't remember what happened. Sounds like what happened to me. Maybe this place is dangerous somehow. What? Are you backing out? Yeah, it just doesn't feel safe to me and I'm worried about you. Let's call off today's investigation. Come on, I just started feeling back to normal too. Nope, not happening. Go home. I'll even pay for your cab fare, okay? I think this wasn't the right one. Based on what I heard about the ending. Yeah, that wasn't the right one. I think it must be part 2 then. Unless it's this one. It might... Okay, these are both called Kinshibori Park Part 3. So let's actually go to this one. And we resume from... I think it's from start talking to Takumi. Apparently we look around at this. Huh? The hell is that? It looks like a light floating in midair. Apparently we're not supposed to turn around and look at Yoko. Let's talk to him. I need a topic that'll keep him talking. My best bet would be... Okay, so apparently we have to not... We don't talk to him, we go back, and it's closer. So we click on it again. Whoa, it's coming closer. Is this another one of the 7 mysteries? It looks like a will-o'-the-wisp, maybe. Was there anything like that in the 7 mysteries? Now we touch it. Huh? Am I supposed to touch it? Apparently this unlocks a new chapter. Yep. Cleansing. So this is the secret true ending, as it's called. I don't know what's going to happen here. All I knew was how to unlock it. So let's go in and see what happens. Cleansing. Shogo Akie. When the body, soul and mind of Seiman Tsushimikado have all been brought together, the rite of cleansing is activated, dispelling all rituals and curses that have previously been performed. So a Shogo may be a descendant? It's possible. I mean, that would kind of make sense with the Yoko, Ashino, Shogo, Seiman type thing. That would have a certain... I mean, it goes on... it talks about the yin-yang in places, doesn't it? So that, you know, that kind of philosophy of light and dark contrast brought in at the very beginning. I think that's really clever. I don't know about you, but if that's the case, that's some good game design right there. It's all circled back round to the beginning and all tied together. Ah. My. Finally, you have arrived at this juncture. I expected no less from you. That would mean that you have managed to bring everything to light. Though there is the possibility that you have wound up here by chance. So before I take you any further, I must ask you a number of questions. About what exactly the soul, body and mind of Seiman Tsushimikado are. Firstly, which curse echo represents the soul of Seiman Tsushimikado? It was the beckoning light, wasn't it? Yes, that is exactly it. After his defeat at the hands of Ashino in the Honjo incident, Seiman wandered about near Honji. The form of his curse echo changed over time with the legend he left behind. This is the curse echo which was acquired by Mayo Chozawa, but when called forth by Seiman's body and mind, it appeared momentarily before him. Let us continue. Who served as the self of Seiman Tsushimikado? Who was his body? His descendant who carried his blood in their veins. Well, I've just speculated that Shogo, so let's enter that here. Unless it's Yoshimi. Let's have a think about this. I think it is Shogo. I do. I think that's why this chapter's been activated. Correct again. Although Shogo Akie was born to an ordinary family, the blood of a distant relative ran thick in his veins. In truth, the same is true for Yoko Fukunaga. She was also one who had the blood of a distant relative coursing through her. In her case, it was Ashino. Seiman and Ashino, fated to meet again all these hundreds of years later. Now, for my final question. Who is the mind of Seiman Tsushimikado? Tell me the name of the person whose consciousness was directly tied to his. So apparently you have to enter the name you entered at the beginning. And I'm pretty sure, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I would have gone for Boring Dad, as I tend to do on these things. Oh, I see. You believe it to be Boring Dad? Are you saying you believe it to be yourself? Are you certain? Yes, you are correct. Finally, you have remembered. So we're Seiman Tsushimikado. There we go. That's right. You are Seiman's consciousness, awoken by the curses and the rite of resurrection. However, having lost your memories, you forgot about the duty assigned to you. This is, if I may say so, where I played my part, guiding you through the events of this story. As your consciousness was all that was left of you, you manipulated time and space by way of the story chart, jumping from vessel to vessel, and manipulated your host's actions by whispering commands into their ears. In doing so, you were able to get the full picture of what needed to be done. But at one point, while still unconscious, you managed to remember your duty. The so-called mastermind behind these events, the one who awakened the rite and the curses, was Yoko Fukunaga, descendant of Ashino herself. You unconsciously activated your curse and killed her. How interesting that she awakened Seiman's consciousness at the same time as the curses. That was the one and only time she could have been stopped. Ah, but due to your influence on Shogo Okie's will, Yoko Fukunaga was brought back to life, using the story chart to undo her death. I led you to believe that it was the work of the Rite of Resurrection itself. But, as it turns out, seeing what would transpire if the mastermind was not killed at the outset is what ultimately revealed the way to put an end to the curses for good. There were certain things which would have answered all your questions had you noticed them. For example, even while under your control, Shogo Okie willingly used his curse. When I asked you early on how many Shogo Okie had killed, this is what I meant. Had you not used the curse, Shogo Okie would have done so of his own accord. Furthermore, Mayo Chizawa was able to recall information which only you knew. She was able to do this because she was connected to you through her curse echo, the beckoning light. Yoko, let's read her thing here. We've read a lot of this stuff. I think it ended here though, so let's pick it up here. In truth, Yoko is a descendant of Onmyoji who continue to practice in modern times. Her ancestor, Ashino, attempted to steal the Rite of Resurrection in Honjo during the Edo period. Born with exceptional spirit sense, Yoko learned about her own ancestry while researching her roots, and was disappointed to find her bloodline had fallen into mediocrity. She became consumed with the ambition to restore her family's lost glory through her own powers, and devised a scheme to succeed where Ashino failed, and perform the Rite of Resurrection. Yoko continued her training, developing her spiritual and curse powers until she discovered the Record of Fates, which offered clues regarding the rite. She plotted to use the curses of the Seven Mysteries of Honjo to gather a large number of soul dregs by calling forth curse echoes and setting the stage for mutual slaughter. The ultimate plan involved invoking a large-scale Feast of Shadows, awakening the curses, performing the rite herself, and bringing together enough soul dregs to revive Ashino. Since the effects of the curses increase the more people know and fear them, she first entrusted the Record of Fates to local historian Hideki Ariishi, who could be used to easily spread the rumours. She also contacted Fumichika Nejima, a criminal with a deep understanding of mystic arts, to obtain the curse stones needed to gather soul dregs. Unsurprisingly, Nejima was very interested in the story of Ashino and readily agreed to aid his revival. His? Her, probably. While carrying out these steps, Yoko, that should be Yoko, pretty sure, Yoko learned of the existence of the Yin Scroll, which threatened to thwart her plans. She added a note about the scroll in the Record of Fates before giving it to Ariishi, intending to acquire it before it could pose an issue. Through her investigations, Yoko discovered that Hajime Yoshimi was a descendant of Seima and threatened him with a curse in an effort to scare him into revealing the whereabouts of the Yin Scroll. While Hajime bravely resisted Yoko's threats, she killed him with the curse to ensure Seiman's descendant would not stand in her way. As her preparations were coming together, Yoko obtained the seemingly less dangerous curse stone of the Whispering Canal in order to become a curse bearer, a necessity for gathering the curse stones for the Feast of Shadows. Shogo Okie, also a descendant of Seiman, was eyed as a potential risk factor and contacted to ensure he would be located nearby and subject to monitoring. However, unaware that the spirit of Seiman would be awakened within Shogo as soon as she invoked the curse, Yoko's plan was thwarted when she was immediately cursed to death by Seiman. Interesting. No one else has got updated. Now, allow me to ask you one last question. If you, knowing all that you now know, had the ability to resurrect one life, what would you do? We were asked this before, weren't we? I think I said I would use it if it came at no cost. Maybe we should say we'll destroy it. Oh, I see. That was Seiman's original intention. I apologize for leaving it out of the options when I first asked you this question. Now, it is time to bring things to a close. Upon your arrival here, the rite of cleansing was activated, dispelling all the other rituals and curses. Look upon the fruit of your efforts, and then we shall leave this world behind for good. Sorry for the WhatsApp notification. I've now muted it. Thank you truly for all the work you have done. Shoga Ukie, 1 a.m. Here we go. That's what happened? I can't believe it. I finally understand. Yeah, I was the one who did that to Yoko. The blood of the Onmyoji that's inside me broke into my consciousness and gave me that curse. Yoko was after the rite of resurrection. She was the one who awakened the curses of the Seven Mysteries and cast the Feast of Shadows. And the only way to put a stop to all of it was to put a stop to her here. Otherwise the rite of cleansing might have been negated too. I wonder how much of it was really her doing all those things. Yoko. I guess that explains why I felt like it was fate when this all started. Though she didn't seem to notice. I guess things were always destined to end like this, from the moment we met. I wish we could have met under different circumstances. No point in thinking like that now. God, I need a drink. I'm thinking a Moscow Mule, or 2, or 3. Haru Shigema, 12 a.m. I hope we get nice little epilogues for all these people. That'd be cool. Ma'am, what is it? Just a dream. It seems that it was all just a dream. I dreamt that there was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. Just a dream. I'm sorry to say it, but there isn't. Right, of course not. But even if there is no such thing, I promise you that I will get to the bottom of the kidnapping. In fact, I've happened to find a very important lead from over a year ago. Something that's invaded our reach until now, and our witness from the scene of the kidnapping. I see. Tetsuo Tsutsumi. Whoa, what the hell is this? The medical unit told me to get down here. What happened? As I was looking into Yoshimi's death at the former Yasuda Gardens, another body was discovered at a different park in the area. Could they be related? It sure looks like it, but... Forensic agent. Who might be the forensic agent? I don't know. Excuse me, we found this among the victim's belongings. Thought you'd want to know. What's this? What? What the hell? Boss, look what was in the female victim's address book. Yoshimi's phone number and photo. What? And the picture. There's an X drawn on it and a bunch of weird symbols and a hole where his heart would be. No. Do you think? I mean, could this be some kind of curse or something? How many times do I have to tell you not to try to connect everything to the occult? Damn it, is this a Nakagoshi case after all? What was that, boss? Nah, don't worry about it. Make sure you put that photo into evidence. There's no doubt this is related to Yoshimi. Make sure you do a thorough sweep of the area. I'm gonna make a phone call. Got it. Leave it to me. Spend as long as you want on the phone. Yako Sakazaki, 1 a.m. Mio, it turns out Michio really did die in an accident. Yeah, if we ask around, we might be able to get a little more information. I guess there never really was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. But I did feel like there was a spirit watching over us. Oh, damn it. Why? Nothing's happening. Oh, but now my contract won't be... Oh, no. I should never have believed in this blasted record of fates. To all of you watching from far, far away, The right of resurrection has never existed. Not in any world, not in any time. So I ask you to take the life you hold and move boldly forward, one step at a time. Richter, how he's out. Do you want to question him? Hang on, Ario. I want to get enough evidence for a search warrant. Let him go for now, and I'll follow him. That's the kidnapper? Yeah, I'm the one who did it. So please, help me. Never really did nail down a voice for him. She's always following me. Maybe he's really whiny. So he caught him. I'm so sorry, Michio. I had no idea. So they still sent off their friend. What? Hajime was killed? By this Yoko Fukunaga? How can that be? He wasn't the kind of guy who could just be picked off like that. You know that. Oh, I don't know why she's Australian. She's Northern Irish, isn't she? Never mind. Retconned. There seems to be some kind of secret hidden in Hajime's family tree. Let me see if I can find out what it is. I don't know. I forgot she was Northern Irish. Never mind. I had heard you would be absent today. Is there something you need? Well, I seem to have this spirit sense thing all of a sudden. I know it's the sort of thing our chairwoman doesn't approve of, so I thought I'd mention it. You could have called. Didn't think you were the standoffish type. I had to find out from Iwai. Whoops, sorry. I forgot all about my favorite chief inspector. The hell are you planning? Nothing so heinous as you're thinking. I'm only Makoto Eshimi after all. Nothing but a lowly janitor. How are things with you? You getting along with your daughter? Well, you know, more or less. There we go. So that is the true ending of Paranormasight, the Seven Mysteries of Honjo, and I think, hopefully you'll agree, that it was pretty satisfying. I think it wrapped everything up. Everything looped round back to the beginning. Everything was kind of explained to my satisfaction. If there are things you think are left unsort of solved, then let me know in the comments. But I think that was pretty good. I think it's great writing. I think it's great game design. The way that all that stuff at the beginning, that all the way through since the intro has been kind of almost like you're wondering, what was that all about? Like, it seemed unrelated in a lot of ways. Like the character of Shogo, Yoko disappeared off the face of the earth if you went down the route of letting her live. And then it all kind of looped back and tied in. So that was really cool. And I think I'm right about the humors thing as well, because we know that she was sort of possessed by this Ashino spirit from hundreds of years before. So I don't think that was accidental, and I don't think it was a joke. I think Shogo maybe treated it as a joke, but I think it was said in earnest. So yeah, I think this is a great game. Since starting this series, I've seen that Rock Paper Shotguns put out a review of it. They're giving it one of their bestest best ratings, which is pretty good. They don't give that to many games, so they really enjoyed this a lot as well. It's getting some reviews on Steam. I think it's on around about 200 now, 98% positive, so that's decent, but I feel like this is going to be a bit of a sleeper hit. I think as more people find out about it, more people will enjoy it a lot, and hopefully it'll snowball a little bit, because I think this is a great game. I don't think Square Enix, the publishers, have really publicised it at all, which is a shame, because someone else, Forspoken, obviously got the full treatment for a very mediocre game. I didn't play it, but I saw all the reviews and stuff of it. But this, meanwhile, was, I think, for the visual novel genre, a very outstanding example of it. I think anyone who enjoys visual novels, particularly when they delve into the occult or the supernatural, paranormal, whatever, would really enjoy this. I think so. And hopefully you've enjoyed this series, and if you have, then please do hit the thumbs up button on the video. If you could leave a comment, let me know what you thought about the series, the game, maybe some of the folklore and stuff that was in it. If you know anything sort of more about that might be cool to know any background you have. And subscribe to the channel too if you're watching this and haven't done so before, because it'd be amazing to have you on Boring Dad Gaming. Play lots of games like this, visual novels, puzzle games, adventure games. I like things that have a really strong narrative hook, generally. But there's a bit of variety there too. I also like RPGs and tactical games and strategy games and so on. So we do a bit of everything. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there and say thanks very much once again for watching this series, if you made it all this way. And I'll hope to see you elsewhere on Boring Dad Gaming for other playthroughs. Bye for now.